Today is jazz singer and performer Wayne Powers. Thank you for joining us today.
It's great to be here. You two are a joy, I must tell you. And I was hoping that you saved some of those collages you had yesterday.
Listen,
they were gone. Huh?
The way what had happened was, we just wanted you to, have all the things you needed, because I know, performing just takes so much out of you. We just, we ate it on your behalf. That's what we did.
All right.
Okay, so
I'll send a thank you note on your behalf.
Look, that's what I'm saying. It was right here. Your career has just spanned. I mean, it is so impressive. Tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Well, I started singing in nightclubs when I was 16 in New York, and I was terrible. But you got to start out terrible, and I've been very blessed, I have to tell you. I've been very blessed through my whole life. My big influence in music was my father, who, and we were very poor, but he was only around the house on Sundays because he worked every day and several nights. But he sang around the house on Sundays, and he played his records, and it was Frank Sinatra and Nat King Cole. And that's what he played, and he sang along, and he had a beautiful voice. He could have been a better singer than I am if he had ever had an opportunity. But that music was instilled in me, so as I was growing up, I was listening to the Beatles, and I was listening to all that stuff. But at home, I was listening to my father's music. And it has become my music, which is a great thing because it's the Great American Songbook, which is our legacy. It involves jazz, it involves ethnic influences and geographical influences from around the world and around this country, but it is uniquely American. It's ours, and we need to keep it alive and celebrate it, all the aspects of it. Because there were so many contributions from every sector, from New Orleans to Chicago to New York, and it all comes together in that music. And it's some of the greatest composers and greatest lyricists, poets that ever worked in music in any genre have worked in that genre.
What a gift. Uniquely American. I love that.
I do too, yeah. Because, we look for things that, the world is so crazy these days. We look for things that can give us pride and joy. And music is one of the great things. Music and comedy have been my whole life. Okay, that's been my...
What a marriage.
Well, it's been my whole life. And those two things are the two things that in this world bring people together. They transcend boundaries. So when you can make someone laugh, it's universal. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what your religion is, what your skin color is, where you came from. It doesn't matter. And none of that stuff matters. And it brings people together. I'll tell you a story. Years ago when I was playing in Los Angeles with my jazz band, we had a great jazz band in L.A., and I was playing at the Cinegrill, which is opposite the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, which is in the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, opposite the Grauman's Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood Boulevard is a crazy place. It's like a circus. So in between shows, there's a knock on my dressing room door, and there's a guy there, and I'm exaggerating. The guy had a dead fish around his neck, 8-color hair, and, more ink than a newspaper. I'm exaggerating, but he was far out. So my first impression was, how did this guy get past security? How did he get in here? And I said, can I help you? He said, yeah, I just wanted to thank you. And I said, thank me for what? I'm thinking, what's this guy? I come from New York. What's this guy's anyway? He said, I want to thank you because we just saw your show, and this is the first time in my whole life that my father and I have agreed on music.
Whoa!
I got goosebumps just telling you that.
Oh, man.
And that, my jaw must have dropped, and I looked at him and I said, well, Ben, I need to thank you. And he said, what for? And I said, because you just told me that I accomplished what I set out to accomplish.
Look at that.
And that's, I get choked up over that kind of stuff. I really do. I'm a very emotional person, a very passionate person. I'm sure you could tell that.
And we hear it in your music. Real quick before we let you go, Brittany has never been to Feinsteins. She's still kind of new. So what can she expect?
Well, Michael Feinstein, I've known since 1977. He was a piano player in an improv comedy show I did with Robin Williams in Hollywood before any of us were discovered. And he was an authority on the Great American Songbook then. So he's created in Feinsteins in Carmel the classic supper club, the way supper clubs used to be.
Okay.
It's posh, it's elegant, it's great food, there's not a bad seat in the house, it's comfortable, and it is a place for the performer and the audience to meet and to really have an evening, an event together. And it's that communication. It's not just, watching a bunch of songs. It's it's an evening. You go there and you feel like you've been somewhere.
We need to be somewhere.
We need to go.
Well, I'm going to be looking for it. I came to see you. Now you have to come see me.
Hey, well, we all can go and see him. If you just go to allindiana.tv, we have all the performance information for you. My friend, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure, and I really, really enjoy your show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You know what? You might enjoy. We'll probably need to listen to him with all this rain on the way.
I know, that's right.
I'm just saying.